I'm Eli.
I'm Kara.
And now it's time for CHS Today. There will be a Fine Arts Academic Team meeting in JA 201 during SRE on Thursday, November 9th.
CHS will be taking WCC tours on the 28th and 29th of November. On November 13th, Mrs. Jones will speak to all 10th graders, first period in the auditorium.
There will be a meeting for National Honor Society seniors Friday in Mrs. Bomber's room, W262, to talk about service hour changes and expectations. You can attend either 8 a.m. or 3 p.m., but you need to attend one of the meetings.
ECHS sophomore field trip forms for Miami College visit are due this Friday, November 10th.
The senior ECHS cohort will be going to Ball State University on December 8th. Forms are in the guidance and are due by November 30th. Freshman and junior cohorts will have field trips in the spring. These are intended for ECHS only.
ECHS senior cohort will meet in the lecture hall today at 2:30 p.m.
There will be a stage crew meeting during SRE today. If you signed up for Sherlock Holmes, please attend.
Friendly reminder that the clinic is closed daily from 10:50 to 11:10 and 1:05 to 2:10. Respect our nurses' time, please and thank you.
The next CHS Student Safety Committee meeting will be held on November 15th during SRE in the office conference room.
The food pantry distribution will be next Thursday, November 16th from 4 to 6 p.m.
Sophomore Council will be selling candy bars for $1 each throughout this week. All funds will go towards the class of 2026. If you are craving a chocolate bar, make sure it's from Sophomore Council.
Mr. Russell was unavailable, so let's get legit with Liggett.
All right, Mr. Liggett here with Too Legit to Quit announcements. I could not find Mr. Russell for the Russell report. Not sure where he's at. But shout out to the athletic department for the fall awards program the other night. Fantastic job. A lot of kids were recognized and they represented Connersville High School and our community extremely well. Congratulations. Field house for today and tomorrow is closed. Resurfacing the floors. Please stay out of there today and tomorrow. Couple things, and I think this is directed more to the underclassmen, especially freshmen, expectations in the hallways in the classroom. Hoodies and face masks are not to be worn. Of course, outside we will allow that, and it's mainly for safety purposes. If we were to have an incident in the hallway and or the classroom and we get on security cameras, we need to see your face. So that's the rationale. Profanity. No need for profanity. I get upset, you get upset, I know that. But when you use the F-bomb and things of that nature, it just makes you look in a different light. And lead by example. If you remember anything, lead by example. Cafe, excuse me, the cafe, we've noticed a lot of kids are doing a fantastic job cleaning up after themselves, although some kids consistently leave their trash on the tables and on the floor. Please don't do that. It just takes time for us to clean up after you. I know Mr. Havlicek's done a good job in B lunch or second lunch cleaning up. He does a fantastic job, but when we have to get on security cameras to see who's not cleaning their stuff up, it just takes time away from us where we could be helping kids in a different light. So the doors to the cafe in Columbia, please keep those shut when you open them. Don't prop them open. It messes with our air handling units. Courtyard trash, doing a better job picking up trash out there. Continue to lead by example. The bathrooms, we've noticed a couple situations where kids, I think, are purposely clogging up the toilets. I'm like, really, why? There's no need for that. This is your school. This is our school. Keep it clean. And if you're an upperclassman seeing this going on, address it. Say, hey, man, that's not cool. That's not what we do here at CHS. So speaking of our upperclassmen, our seniors are leading by example. I've noticed that over the years, and of course, I've known this senior group since they've been 7th graders, and we start off on a note where, we're learning the system and learning to lead by example. And now that you're seniors, you've really made our school and our community look good and continue to do that. On another note, if you're having issues at home or in the community, whether it be clothing, food, some things going on with your family, and you just need someone to talk with, please come see us. Mr. Russell, Ms. Flum, and I, our job is to help kids. Our job is not to get kids in trouble, although sometimes that happens, and we address that as needed. But if you need anything, come see us. Our counselors do a good job counseling, and we do have meridian services in the building. So please come and see us if you need help with anything. Other than that, I'll try to find Mr. Russell out there for the Russell Report. Mr. Liggett filling in today. Have a great day.
On this day in 1960, John F. Kennedy was elected president. At 43 years old, Kennedy became the youngest man ever to be elected as president of the United States. For the first time, presidential candidates engaged in televised debates, and many observers believe that Kennedy poised and charmed performance during the 4 debates made the difference in the final votes.
Today in national news, the National Zoo is returning beloved pandas to China on Wednesday after 23 years in the United States. Mei Xing and Tian Tian were on loan for a research and breeding program, and in 2020 gave birth to a baby named Xiang Kuizhe, who is also heading to China.
In world news, man crushed to death by robot in South Korea after it failed to differentiate him from the box of food. Reports say the incident occurred when the man in his 40s was inspecting the robot. The robotic arm, confusing him, the man, for a box of vegetables, grabbed him and pushed his body against the conveyor belt, crushing his face and chest. He was sent to a hospital but later died.
Lunch for tomorrow will be a hot diggity cheese dog with silly smiley fries. Other options will be a jalapeno cheeseburger or a ham and cheese bagel melt with a side of tater tots.
It's 80 degrees outside. Is it summer or fall, Trot?
I can't tell the difference at this point. So we look at 5 p.m., it's going to be 74 degrees. So look later on tonight at 10 p.m., it's going to be 68 degrees. And when we wake up tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., it's going to be 51 degrees. Let's go ahead and look into the 3-day forecast. So we look into tomorrow, we're going to have a high of 57 and a low of 40. So look on to Friday, it's going to be about the same with a high of 58 and a low of 31. And then Saturday, it's going to get a little cooler with a high of 55 and a low of 31. That's all I got for the weather. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Trot.
Now over to Brady with the sports.
Thanks, guys. There's no sports action for today or tomorrow. That's all for sports.
Now back to the desk.
Birthdays for today are Maggie Ling and Olivia Strewing.
Birthdays for tomorrow are Rakaya Dixon, Haley Lakes, Chloe Flum, Ian Red, and Anthony Strewing.
Happy birthday. I'm Eli.
And I'm Kara.
And that's all for CHS Today.